A cordial greeting. Today is Saturday, June 24, 2023. This is meteorologist Ruben Garcia speaking. In this video, we will be discussing several disturbances. First, let's talk about the remnants of what was once Tropical Storm Bret, located just north of Colombia and heading towards the region of Nicaragua. Additionally, we will discuss Tropical Storm Cindy, which continues on its trajectory, bringing this disturbance very close to the island of Bermuda, and in the long term, approaching Nova Scotia. Briefly, I wanted to mention that we are observing the area south of Mexico, where the development of two cyclones is expected, which for the moment does not appear to pose a direct threat to the Mexican states. However, it is important to stay attentive to the forecast in case of any changes. Yesterday, I recorded a video discussing this forecast. If you are interested, you can visit my YouTube channel and search for this video. I will be updating this forecast throughout tomorrow. Now, let's focus on the Caribbean region, where we already have the remnants of Tropical Storm Bret. As you know, Bret crossed over the Lesser Antilles and then maintained a westward trajectory with a slight southwest component. It passed very close to the north of Venezuela and Colombia, bringing some showers and winds to Aruba and Curaçao. However, the wind shear has been affecting this system for the past 36 hours. Finally, it dissipated north of Colombia. At 5 p.m., the National Hurricane Center issued its last bulletin as the circulation is no longer well defined, and it is no longer considered a tropical cyclone. Fortunately, Tropical Storm Bret did not cause major issues in the Caribbean. Now, the remnants of Tropical Storm Bret will continue on a westward trajectory, which should take this disturbance to the northern region of Nicaragua and the eastern part of Honduras, bringing some showers. At the moment, these showers should not be excessive. In fact, we have the forecast for accumulated rainfall until next Monday. Some precipitation accumulations of 50 to 100 millimeters are expected in parts of northern Nicaragua and eastern Honduras by Monday. Something interesting is that the remnants of Tropical Storm Bret will be reaching the eastern Pacific region and will be interacting with a low-pressure system. It is one of the systems expected to have cyclonic development as it moves northwestward across the eastern Pacific. Now, let's focus on the area where Tropical Storm Cindy is located. Notice that Tropical Storm Cindy is also struggling with strong wind shear from the west and southwest. The center of circulation has been occasionally exposed, with the majority of thunderstorm activity remaining to the right or east of the circulation. The trough located to the north of the Caribbean at the moment will continue to impart strong wind shear as this cyclone moves northwestward, and it is anticipated to begin weakening over the next few days and perhaps dissipate before it gets close to the island of Bermuda. Tropical Storm Cindy is following the forecast from the National Hurricane Center and will stay away from the Caribbean region. In the latest bulletin from the National Hurricane Center, Tropical Storm Cindy is estimated to have maximum sustained winds of 60 miles per hour, and it is forecasted to continue moving generally northwestward at least until the early hours of Monday. Then, it will have a more northward component between Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. However, note that the National Hurricane Center anticipates that by Tuesday, it will dissipate as it approaches the Bermuda region. Now, it is important for Bermuda residents to remain attentive to the evolution of this tropical storm because once it approaches the island, conditions could become more favorable for it to reorganize. Some models show the possibility of a strong tropical storm passing near or over the island by the end of next week. In fact, we can see the forecasted track of the models, and many of them bring this disturbance very close to the island of Bermuda, although at the moment it appears to stay to the east of the island. As it is a long-term forecast, there is still uncertainty about how close or far it would be from Bermuda. In the long term, it may reach the region of Nova Scotia in Canada. The interests in this area should also be monitoring Tropical Storm Cindy. In terms of intensity, you can see that the models show a fairly rapid weakening over the next 48 hours. However, as it begins to approach Bermuda, conditions may be favorable for it to strengthen at least into a moderate or strong tropical storm. Let's see what the computer models forecast. Here we have the American model. Notice how it maintains the northwestward trajectory for Tropical Storm Cindy. Currently, this model is predicting that starting from Wednesday, it may reorganize and strengthen into a moderate or strong tropical storm, passing several hundred kilometers to the east of the island of Bermuda during Thursday morning. Then, it maintains a mostly northward trajectory, bringing this low-pressure system to Nova Scotia by Friday night, possibly as a subtropical storm. Interests in this region of Canada should be attentive to the forecasts. We also have the European model with a very similar forecast. Notice that it weakens Tropical Storm Cindy to almost a tropical wave by next Monday. Then, as the remnants approach Bermuda, it finds conditions to reorganize, and by Thursday or Friday, it possibly has a subtropical storm moving over Nova Scotia. This potential trajectory near Bermuda and then Nova Scotia can also be seen in the ensemble members of the American model. Notice that the majority of them take this disturbance to the east of Bermuda, possibly as a moderate or strong tropical storm, and then direct it northward until it reaches Nova Scotia. Similarly, the ensemble members of the European model have a similar forecast. They maintain Tropical Storm Cindy as a tropical storm at least until Monday, then dissipate it north of the Caribbean. However, from Tuesday and Wednesday onwards, favorable conditions may allow for reorganization and re-intensification as it approaches Nova Scotia. Here at Hurricane Info, we will continue to monitor the evolution of Tropical Storm Cindy, especially for the followers from the island of Bermuda and the region of Nova Scotia. To stay informed about this forecast and the possible development of 2 cyclones south of Mexico, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Go to the bottom of the video, click on the red button that says subscribe. Then, click on the bell icon to receive notifications when I upload new videos. That's all for now. Have an excellent day, everyone.